That little pause right after you post the picture. The refresh, 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 waiting for the validation to roll in. We all know the feeling. And it's a symptom of something bigger, a kind of virus that's quietly eating away at our bank accounts and our relationships. It's the constant, nagging need to show off, a need that betrays a deep insecurity, a life lived not for inner strength, but for external applause. Think about how you buy a shirt. You look for something that feels good, sure, but also something that looks expensive, something that definitely doesn't look cheap. Now, think about how people choose partners. Is the checklist that different? Good to look at, feels comfortable, and doesn't look cheap when we walk into a room together. It's the same mind at work, turning life into a transaction. The exhibitionist mind has lost the ability to see itself. It only knows its own value through borrowed eyes. This instinct spreads everywhere. The car parked just so, the house that's a little bigger than you can afford. People display their lovers. They display their babies.
See my new puppy? I mean, my new boyfriend. Or don't you fancy my trophy wife? When a person becomes an accessory, the relationship is hollow. When your spending is dictated by what others will think, your finances are built on sand. It's a terrible kind of slavery, running breathless after the approval of strangers. And the worst part? It's self-chosen. It's entirely unnecessary. Freedom is so much more joyous than any borrowed applause. But it's easy to laugh at others. It's harder to see this in ourselves, and even harder to change it. But you can break this cycle. It starts with two simple practices. The first is the no audience test. Before you buy something, post something, or boast about something, just pause. Ask yourself, would I still enjoy this if nobody ever knew? Would you still love that vacation if it never appeared on Instagram? Would that new car still thrill you if the neighbors never saw it? If the joy vanishes without an audience, then it probably wasn't joy in the first place. It was a performance. And performances are exhausting. Try this test.
You'll be surprised how often your motive isn't a love of life, but a hunger for attention. The second practice is inner validation. Instead of waiting for the crowd to clap, learn to applaud yourself. Every evening, take 1 minute to recall something you did well, especially if no one noticed. Maybe you worked hard without complaint. Maybe you really listened to a friend. Maybe you resisted the urge to compare yourself to someone richer or louder. Just acknowledge it. This small ritual slowly shifts your sense of worth from the outside to the inside. When you start combining the no audience test with inner validation, life begins to change. Your joys become private, not performative. Your dignity becomes self-made, not crowd-given. And the slavery of the show-off begins to loosen its grip. This isn't about rejecting people, it's about not being ruled by them. It's about living from your own center, strong and calm, whether the world cheers or boos. So the next time you feel that urge to display your things, your partner, your achievements, pause. Ask yourself, if no one knew, would this still matter? The deepest freedom is this: to live a life that is real, not borrowed. To find joy that doesn't require witnesses. Freedom isn't about having nothing to show. It's about not needing to show anything at all.